Hello and welcome back to another 6-scale figure review with me, your host, That Metro Mania. And today we have the 12 World Force Master Deluxe version, which... I'm sorry, my brain just got caught because this is Cal Kestis' lightsaber, I believe. I'm not quite sure where this image came from. But this is supposed to be Yoda from the prequel era. Because that's the emitter over here, so that's so weird. It's even got like I never even noticed this until just now. But it's a very Jedi Fallen Order picture. I think they just ripped this photo and flipped it. Whatever. So this is Force Master 12 World. So this is I don't know if this is a remold or them doing their own Yoda, because I don't have the original one, which is why I got this one. And this is the deluxe version, which does come with some deluxe goodies, which the Hot Toys one didn't come with, which is super cool. But yeah, here's the box. There's Cal Kestis' lightsaber with the words Force Master plastered over it. The company is 12 World. I don't know if they've done anything else. Normal. It's a fat box. It's not like a long box. It's a fat box. But yeah, that's that. Let's get the figure out so you can see if he's good or not. You know, I don't think I've done a review on something this small yet, so I gotta get used to getting real up close and personal with it. But I mean, for a third-party company I've never heard of before, this guy's pretty good. It's, I think, a little bit more green than the Hot Toys Yoda was. But if you didn't know the difference, you wouldn't really have a problem, because this guy, I mean, for the most part, holds together really nicely. All the accessories are super nice that I've seen so far. I'm pretty happy with it from my initial inspection of it. But how about we take him off the spinning turntable here and see if a closer look changes how I feel at all. So our pal, the Grandmaster here, comes with a pretty cool amount of stuff. He has his cane, as you saw at the beginning. He has his lightsaber hilt, which doesn't hang on his belt, which is a shame, and it is a little bit bigger than it should be, probably. It's kind of like the sideshow ones where it's like awkwardly big. It comes with 2 lightsaber effects. The lightsaber does not light up, but that's whatever. Lightsaber effect 1 is this like neon. It's not really green. It's more like a neon yellow. And he's also got the swishing one, which is different than the Hot Toys one, because the Hot Toys one would just go straight out. This one actually has a curve to it, which I think is much more accurate when it comes to a slicing motion. So I think I actually prefer the way this one looks compared to the Hot Toys one, because it makes a lot more sense. What else does he come with? He comes with his big chair. For a second. So this thing is super cool because it is his, council chamber chair. Big accessory, but it doesn't feel very hollow. It feels really good. So this is one of the deluxe accessories. Another one of the deluxe accessories is these backdrops. So you get a Coruscant skyline backdrop. It does come with a floor. It's foldable, and you get a Kashyyyk backdrop, so you could recreate him sitting in his chair on Kashyyyk. Look at that; it looks pretty cool. And then the final of the deluxe accessories, bringing back Yoda here. I think one leg is longer than the other on Yoda. Is Yoda comes with a second sculpt with closed eyes. That is super cool. So now you can have him holding out his arm and doing the Force, or he's meditating in his chair. Just an extra option that Hot Toys didn't give. Alright, let's get up close and personal. Grandmaster Yoda here. So for starters, the sculpt is really good. The sculpting work is really good. It's not as soft as I thought it would end up turning out, because that's how most third parties are. Again, for one I've never heard of before. The tone of green is really good. You'd never be able to tell that it's not the correct tone of green, technically speaking. Even the hair on the back, which is rooted, looks super good. It's like nicely, it's not too scruggly and scringly. It's pretty tight to the head, so you don't have to worry about it getting everywhere. I think the eyes look really good. I mean, it's a great Yoda expression. The one thing is, it's a little loose on the neck peg, because the neck peg is just this little peg on this little peg, head peg. So you just gotta figure that out. But it is a super good sculpt overall. I'm pretty happy with it. He doesn't want to stand though without his cane. The robe is a little bulky. It's not too bad. It's just a little big. It's kind of like bagging around him. This does come off as well, I believe. So you can recreate him crawling through the tunnel, like with his just red shirt, but I wouldn't, because he's got this artificial hunch in his back right here, and it would look really weird. But with enough futzing, that the robe will look fine. But he's more used to sitting down currently. It does kind of look like a shower robe as well, but it's all the way around. It looks pretty nice. There is a hood. I don't remember if Yoda's hood has holes for his ears. I thought it did. Not in the movies, but in the in like Battlefront 2. But I mean, it's just a pretty simple red outfit. Underneath Yoda, his dogs are out at all times, and they look really good. The sculpting work even on the bottom is really nicely done. The toes, nice yellowy. You need to get those clipped. The hands are nicely done. They do get a little covered by the robe, however, because it is a little long. But he's got a nice build to him. So overall, I would say, for a third-party Yoda, it is like really, really well done. Now, what I want to see, and what I've been waiting for, is to get as many Jedi as I can possibly out on this display as possible, and see how they all stack up next to each other. First and foremost, let's start with Jedi Council members only. The question of the day is Yoda really this short? It would appear that way. Especially Kyadi Mindu, he's got that big ass forehead. So every one of these Jedi, I do have a review on currently, or will be, depending on when this Yoda comes out. But I mean, Yoda's really short. I don't know if he's that short though. Is he really that short? I'm trying to think. I think he is that short. That or the sideshow ones, which is like weirdly proportional. Don't forget this guy's getting a Hot Toys remake as well soon, which is awesome, or a Hot Toys build. But Jedi Council members look super good. Can't wait to get a couple more of them. Mace Windu, Obi-Wan, a new Kit Fisto. It's gonna look super cool. Next, let's bring out all the Jedi that I have, every single one, and see if they all fit in this frame together. It's a bit crowded on the shelf currently, so let's just go around here. As you can see, currently every prequel Jedi I have in my collection chilling right here in front of Yoda. And Yoda is tiny. I love it. But I mean, it took long enough to get this much. The fact that I'll be getting 2 more is also really cool. But how about we switch it up and bring out Yoda's Fallen Apprentice to wrap up these comparisons and see how those two stack up or down. I mean, any excuse to bring out the Hot Toys Count Dooku is a good reason, because this guy is just phenomenal. He's so good. And this Yoda looked really good next to him. I can't believe that, you know, that guy trained that guy and then that guy became bad. You know, that's crazy. But they do look really nice next to each other. But it does make me wish that the one accessory that they had added was Yoda with the lightning palm, you know? Even for, like, Palpatine, he doesn't have it. Which is a shame, because we do have the Revenge of the Sith Palpatine coming out, so I thought that would be, like, a cool little display to have. But we'll make do with what we have. And this is what we got. Maybe I'll pick up the Hot Toys one eventually, just to do a comparison. But for now, I'm happy with what I have here. Now we can just worry about getting the Hot Toys Empire Strikes Back Yoda. Anyway, enough about that. Let's do some articulation. Guys, this backdrop is really cool. I really like it. I should have changed to the Kashyyyk one, but whatever. Anyway, life ending 360 Yoda degrees. Why did it unfocus? There we go. Arm goes up that far. Be careful, because it's a smaller body, and smaller bodies are fragile. Back that far. I don't know where the elbow is here, but it doesn't seem like you're getting much, which you make up for in wrist articulation. But yeah, like I said, be very careful with these. There is some crunch action, which is good. Leg goes up that far. Leg goes back that far. Same thing with the elbow. There's not really a good bend, but there is free articulation at the feet, so you don't have to worry about that. So Grandmaster Yoda here does do some flippy doodah articulate. He can get some good poses. It's just a matter of being careful, because smaller bodies do break easily. So Yoda, let's scrimbangle to the end of the video. Now, doesn't that backdrop just help, like, so much? It makes it feel a little bit more in the world. The Kashyyyk backdrop isn't as cool as the Jedi Council backdrop, but it is still pretty cool. I'm happy with it overall, and I'm happy with the way this guy has turned out. I'm really happy with the way this guy's turned out. Again, for a company I've never heard of, they did a really good job. If they go through and they decide, hey, let's just make the Jedi Council members that nobody has yet, or they just make Jedi Council members, I'm all for it. I would love to have a full Jedi Council with chairs. If they could sell just Jedi Council chairs, I'm all for it. Because that's what I want. I want a Jedi Council with chairs. I think that would be really cool. I think it would take up a lot of space, but it would be really cool for, like, a couple photos and maybe a diorama set for every now and then. But I'm super happy with this guy overall. And again, with this backdrop, it really helps the end of the video. It makes the end of the video look way cooler. How do you feel about this guy? Have you picked them up? Did you pick up the deluxe or the regular version? And if so, why or why not? Or do you have the Hot Toys version and you don't need this guy? Because if you have the Hot Toys version, you really don't need this guy. But he's still a nice figure to have if you don't have him, which is why I have him now. And as always, if you enjoyed the video, please feel free to subscribe, because it helps the channel, and the channel's been doing pretty nice lately, and so I would love to keep that up. And if you like and subscribe, obviously it makes YouTube like me a little bit more than it because it doesn't like me. YouTube doesn't really like me. So if you do subscribe and like, it makes YouTube like me. It forces YouTube to like me, which is fine. I'll take forcible likeness over not being liked at all. And as always, feel free to comment whatever you want, because I'm always around to respond. Even if you're just trying to find where to get this figure, I'll feel free to help you out with that one. And with all of that out of the way, I've been me and you've been you. Thank you for watching another 6-scale figure review. And hopefully you join me next time when we review something maybe new. I will see you then.